Psych. That means we've already started. Welcome to the Open Nobodies, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
Hey, if you're watching this, most of our views come from YouTube now. Like and subscribe. First 30 seconds. Did it this week.
Before we get demonetized.
Before we get demonetized by
immediately
calls for revolution.
Immediately. They say you got to last 30 seconds, and then you're good.
Yeah,
and then you can say whatever you want.
60% of our dialogue being the F word. Like, oh god! Welcome to the week, everyone. This is a quiet one. This is a quiet week.
A very, very quiet week, an intimate week. It's a cozy week.
Yeah, it's a cozy week. But we have a top tier project, I'd say, that we're talking about. This was a treat. This was a treat is the best way to put it.
I'm not gonna lie. The first text you sent me, I was just like, mission accomplished. It's like I finally got it.
Not like I like Mick Jenkins, right? I like Mick Jenkins a lot, but I'm just not like the uber fan I am with like some other artists out of the city and like some other like artists who have released this year. So like, I don't really blame myself for sleeping on this for 2 months, but man, is this like a stellar album with like 4 of my favorite artists as the features.
Yep.
Like that was like Freddie Gibbs, Jid, Benny the Butcher, and Vic Mensa. What is it? My birthday? Like
this project has been waiting for us to deep dive.
Yeah, no, this was a great one. So this fucked up my top 3 for the year. Like 100% fucked up my top 3 for the year.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like we say, it's an early week as well. We're recording early.
Yeah, recording on Wednesday because I'm gonna be seeing a friend's concert. Autumn, if you watch this, I'm gonna come watch you play trombone.
That actually sounds kind of dope.
I'm into it. It's like some kind of band. Like it's not like a symphony. So like it's gonna be sick. Like I'll see anything. I saw Thundercat. I'll see anything. Like
honestly, yes.
No
Once
fish.
You see Thundercat, you can
no
see
Actually, that's not even fair. We saw 100 Gex. We could see anything.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah.
Why did I not know about this?
Oh, because it was years ago. It was long before they were famous. It was long before they were like really popular.
Before they were Money Machine.
What was going on?
Yeah, like Money Machine had not like Money Machine was like it was in December 2019. So like Money Machine like had released, but it hadn't like hit yet.
Taken off, yeah.
Yeah, and they opened for Brockhampton.
Of course,
First time seeing it, second time
seeing them, because we thought it was gonna be Slow Thigh.
Yeah.
And that was not a good switch up for us.
Yeah, no.
But you know, we also saw Baby Tron, which I would say was even like another level. Like 100 Gex was just like, this sounds like printers fucking. But like Baby Tron is like, that's just a man standing there. Like
hey, it could be worse. I've seen him twice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I will probably be seeing him a 3rd time come December.
Yeah.
Okay, see now at that point, this is by choice. So you have to start questioning.
It's not by choice. It's a package deal. I don't get to choose who goes into who plays at Juice World Day. That's not my fault.
I'm just saying.
But
plug the ears for the entire set.
Yeah.
It's crazy. We're not even done with concerts that you just brought that up. We still have Travis to see, but
I saw Doja too.
You sing Doja?
Yeah,
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I thought I told you. FA hooked it up with tickets.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I think he said that they were having trouble getting rid of him because of the controversies.
Yeah, I'm not too surprised.
Yeah, but like you know what, I will say this: like I listened to a couple songs off Scarlet this week a little bit, just because like that Agora Hills has been like everywhere, and I was just like, I did really like this song when it hit. So, it's an album I'm excited to see in live.
United Center.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, 2 days before Travis.
Wow, that's gonna be a week for you.
Yeah. So
we live there essentially at this point.
Yeah, dude. I love it. I'm also going to a Hawks game and a Bulls game that month.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's literally your second home.
Dude, I love United Center. Also, now that it's only like a $15 Uber from my place, apparently.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
All right.
I've always had a good parking lot there. But anyway,
yeah.
The reason I was even talking about concerts, the reason we're doing Mick Jenkins this week, we're going to go see him in January. He just put his tour dates up for sale.
Yeah, we got tickets for that.
Exactly.
House of Blues, which I'm interested in.
Time.
I've never been to House of Blues. I have heard very mixed things.
I am literally in the same boat.
I've heard very mixed things.
very-
I have heard though that like it's kind to good artists though.
Okay.
Yeah, like I've
Jasper,
heard.
have you been there?
Jasper, have you been there?
Jasper?
I have not been there. No.
Oh, okay.
No,
okay.
I've never been to
I
the
didn't
House of
know.
Blues.
Okay, bet. So we're all gonna
Yeah.
be in for a surprise. But yeah, that's essentially why we're doing the album. He did drop an album this year called The Patience.
Yeah.
And
And I would say that this album deserved to be reviewed even if he didn't tour it. I would say like this is absolutely in the one of my favorite albums of the year. So like,
all right.
do we want to get to the news? We're gonna take a long meandering trip down the news
on the one specific topic. But yeah, so there's a couple of things going on. We are recording early, so I don't have all of our news. But what has been, I think, confirmed for albums, we have the Meek Mill and Rick Ross collab coming out with Too Good to Be True. I think they've put out 2 singles now.
Yeah,
I want to say.
Yeah.
And man, what a combination! But
Well.
it is the one hip hop album dropping, or one of the 2 hip hop albums dropping.
Yeah.
The other one is YoungBoy. I said a while ago that I was just not going to announce his albums anymore because he drops one every month.
Yeah.
But this one was luckily, it's been a break between the 2.
Yeah.
I actually looked it up. He dropped 3 albums this year.
Only 3. What restraint? Yeah. Like
that's what I'm saying. And
last year was like 7. It was like we were talking about YoungBoy like every other week.
Those are rookie numbers.
There were definitely the weeks where it was like, are we talking about YoungBoy again?
That's why I said I'm just gonna stop announcing it. But he hasn't dropped one since I think like back in Mayish. So I was like, you know what? We haven't heard him in a while. I'm gonna announce he is dropping the side 2 this weekend as well. And then one last album I want to cover, just because we have a short week anyway. Pink Panthers is going to be dropping an album.
Yeah.
Heaven knows.
Have you heard like the stuff that's coming out about that she was supposed to be on Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers?
I did. She was like at a movie theater.
She is like a very talented singer. I'm not like the biggest fan of her music. I just think she's technically very talented. So like it would have been something I would have liked to have seen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I will say I haven't listened to all of her discography, and I did find it through like when her and Ice Spice collabed. But what I have heard so far has been amazing. So
yeah. So
I want to put that in there as well.
Very, very technically talented, a lot of charisma. Early career too. So like I'm sure I will hear this at some point in my apartment. Like
yes, most likely.
But yeah, no. Now I do have a question though. I do have a question in the name of just like journalism, regarding the Meek Mill Rick Ross album. Directed at Purvis, please. Why? Why? Like,
why does it exist?
Like, why did this happen? Like,
I could not tell you. I have no idea.
Do you have the features pulled up?
Oh, they did post the.
Yeah, they posted the features. Features on it. No, I just saw it earlier and I made a funny joke in the DM and I'm trying to work it into the. Like work it into the podcast. But like, can you believe they listened to French Montana? Like.
I hate you so much.
This is gonna do numbers in Morocco.
Like actually, though.
This is Moroccan. They should just call it that, Moroccan music.
Now that you mention the features, it is interesting because Future is on it, Vori is on it, Wale is on it,
Wale's
and
sick.
Shaquille O'Neal is on it.
Love that.
DJ Diesel, our boy.
No, let him spit a 16. I bet he kills it. Like
fact.
Honestly, I want him to have a whole song dedicated to him. And,
dude, he's put out music. Like he's put out hip hop songs. Like, and they're not awful. It's not great. There's a reason why we know Shaquille O'Neal as being a basketball player, but he truly decided to go to the league.
It's either you rap or you go to the league.
It's either you rap or you go to the league, and he went to the league. We should turn that into a game where it's just like we see things and we just decide if it raps or go to the league. It's like
bring back all
it's like the last slice of pizza at a house party. It's like that raps. It's like
absolutely.
It's like 3 a.m. tacos. Oh, that goes to the league. Like
there's gonna be no justification for the same things that we just. But yes,
yeah, we should just do that. That's a concept I'm just throwing out there for anyone who makes games.
I would literally give Jasper $20 to actually do that.
Only 20?
Only 20.
Yeah, design the game. Like,
We'll see.
But
we know you like designing little intricate systems.
I was gonna say he would come up with a full system for us, no question.
You-
Yeah,
but
I
some
feel
other
like
release-
I feel like Jasper is like one like traumatic event from becoming like a
Oh,
really
yeah.
serious DM, like a dungeon master.
Absolutely not.
You could
You
do
wouldn't
it.
do it.
Absolutely not. I haven't touched D&D since 2019, 18, and I'm not going back.
Oh, do you
That's
know-
more recent than me.
Yeah.
I've never touched
Fuck,
it.
Oh, I
fuck
was
no.
Oh, dude, I was running Cyberpunk games even like as recently as 2022. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, Cyberpunk is, I think, a better flavor than anything 3E, 5E, whatever, like, whatever.
I don't really. To me, like I feel like I'm just like so much into like the story elements of it. Like that's what I really
Yeah.
like. I like story, improv, and like funny jokes. So like
Yeah.
that's why I like just tabletop games in general. Anyway, there's a single coming out by I believe Purvis's favorite artist.
It's crazy. I was thinking about this literally the other week. I was like, do I claim any Chicago artists that are like in the trap scene? It's like I don't claim any of them. But Little Dirk is coming out with Smirk Carter.
Do you count Chief Keef?
I guess. Yeah, okay. I do count Chief Keef. That is the one like person you got me on.
He's a god. He's a god.
And that's like the best one.
Yeah, I like. Well, no, he's not really. Valet is not really in that sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right.
But yeah, that's our one single that I could find. And some of our news that we have coming out, we have Amine coming out with. Is this a second pair of shoes, Jasper, with New Balance?
It's
Is this
two
like-
more pairs. Yeah.
Okay.
Or no, 3 more pairs. Sorry. There's 3
Or
colorways
three
of this
colorways.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One pair, 3 different colorways. I didn't know if this was did he change the previous ones that no one liked, or is this an entirely different
This
shoe?
is entirely new. Those released.
Okay.
Those are out. You can buy those.
I'm sure you can.
Yeah. Specifically
Don't
you.
think
You
they
can
sold
buy
out.
those.
Yeah, I don't think they sold out. But yes, he's coming out with another shoe, so might be something you want to check out. We also have it is the weekend of Camp Flogmark. We are here.
Yeah.
And Jesus, what
The lineup is nutty. This is like one of the best lineups I've ever seen.
I don't know if I like Saturday or Sunday more.
Yeah.
But, like, they were both-
I think I love Saturday. I think Saturday is fucking.
it's hard to
crazy.
beat the Hillbillies. Do you
Dude, the
think we're getting an
Hillbillies-
announcement from anyone?
There's got to be at least. How many songs do the Hillbillies actually have to perform? Like if they were just doing Baby Keem and Kendrick Lamar songs, like they have the one song as the Hillbillies. They
Yeah.
have Family
As the
Ties.
Hillbillies. Yes,
They have Range Brothers.
that is true. Actually,
Okay,
could do
and then like, they're gonna do 3 songs and then just do their solo stuff? That's not a Hillbilly set. There's
It's
at
not a
one
Hillbilly, but
guaranteed new music. I don't know if we're gonna get like a fucking
full announcement,
like
or
an
anything.
album. Like that seems
Yeah.
a lot, but I definitely think you get something.
I am curious. Does anyone know if this is going to be live streamed?
I don't think so.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think
Okay.
so.
Well, that's-
I would be willing. I wouldn't doubt that there might be some pretty high quality like recordings on YouTube.
yeah. Oh yeah.
But yeah, no,
Yeah.
the lineup is crazy. I mean, I'm just looking at it right now, and
It
Clips,
is absurd.
Hillbillies, Tyler. I gotta say, like, I have a lot more respect for Tyler than I have like actual listening hours. But putting someone else at the head of your festival,
Yeah.
that's 10 toes down. I appreciate that. That's pretty good.
And to be
I think
honest,
that's sick.
it's been the closer, in my opinion.
I definitely. Oh no, totally. If the Hillbillies was before Tyler the Creator, I would not have thought twice.
Yeah.
That
Literally.
would not
You
have
didn't
struck me as odd at all. Like 100%. So like I low key like really love that Tyler did that because I 100% think that he had a hand in that. Like
Oh yeah, I mean it just makes sense.
yeah,
Because if anything, he would have had a choice just to close out the other night. There's 2 nights, so
yeah,
but hey, I'm here for it.
yeah.
speaking of concerts, let's go
Yeah.
on the exact opposite spectrum of a concert I don't
Oh
want to go.
no! Yeah,
I just wanted to cover it super briefly, just because like I
it
think
was
it's a
whack. It was not a fun
Yeah.
thing that happened, and it was not a good look at a person who has a lot of love.
literally a good talking point. So for those who do not know, I actually found this out earlier this year that Lauryn Hill has not great concert experiences. I was told that she like kind of just stops going to shows randomly. She cancels last minute. She's super late, etc., etc. But I didn't know like to what level it was at or how bad it was, I should say. And over, I want to say this weekend, yeah, last weekend or something like that, there's a video, a clip of her at a concert, essentially just giving a speech to people who paid to see her that like you should be grateful that she even shows up, essentially. And I just find that absurd. I think that is such terrible ways to treat your fans. I don't know. So I just feel like it's super negative, and I understand she's one of the greats, but I don't know. It's just a bad look in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't like appreciate what she said either. Like, it's like, once again, like, I definitely think like there's certainly a culture on the other side of like audiences expecting artists to be like dancing monkeys for them, and like, yeah, I think that needs to be tamed as well. I don't think this is in that purview. I think like. I think like if you're 15 minutes late, no one gives a shit, and that's probably for the best.
Mm-hmm.
I think like flaunting that you're barely gonna show up when people pay money, you know, real working people who actually have to like do something with their hands or minds,
Literally,
in order to go to that concert, right? And like that's not even getting to the intersections of like who her fans are and like, you know, I do think like it's very disgraceful. And it sucks because like Lauryn Hill has put out some incomparable music, you know, and I've even heard that like on the nights that she's on, like she performs very well. But it's like, how could you ever, you know, like how could you ever like justify it now, just knowing that this is just how she feels, you know, like it's not even like like even if you don't have a problem with it, like how do you even make like a sound decision? Like,
yeah, no, I fully agree. There's just no way I could see myself.
Yeah, as much as I appreciate her, you know, like, yeah,
She
unless of course, I think this goes without saying, but might as well. Unless of course there's a pattern of change to behavior, you know, like if in 3 years she hasn't missed a like been late to a show in 2 years, like okay, then maybe we can reconsider. But like at
As
this
of right
point
now.
in time, you know, that's not what we're talking about.
Absolutely.
You know, I don't want to make it seem like, oh, this is like lost cause, because I don't think it is. But until further notice, you know, I could not see myself ever justifying going to a Lauryn Hill show.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm in the exact same boat, and you don't see things like this happen often, so it's just such an eyesore.
Yeah, it's an eyesore. And yeah, I totally agree.
Mm-hmm. But on to the biggest news. It's literally just the announcement. GTA 6 was officially announced by Rockstar.
Yeah.
It's gonna take over our lives.
It's gonna take over if you thought Spider-Man was bad, oh,
game of the decade, calling it already.
Greatest video game of all time.
There's going to be videos like first week claiming that.
Yeah.
But yes.
For 6 hours. Like, you're gonna be like
before it's even released. But yeah, super hype news for
super
all
hype
gamers.
news. Yeah.
And a big part, I feel like I speak for everyone. GTA 5 and the GTA series in general,
has a legacy of music. Like it is ever since GTA 3. Like music has been like a central feature in the like aesthetic and like the whole oeuvre of like Grand Theft Auto, because it's all about like getting in cars and driving around, and cars have radios, right?
Yeah.
And you know, I want to know like how they even like developed like the how music interplays with the game even further, because it seems like every game it gets like more and more complex. Like, aren't they still updating the GTA 5 radios?
Yes.
Yeah. Right? Like,
I mean, to be fair, that game it's had like 1,000 updates because it's still being played 10 years later, essentially.
Yeah, no, because it's an incredible. I've played it like 3 times through, so it's like I'm kind of like
Yes.
one of the top 5 best games I've ever played. But I'm kind of like I'm good. Like I was just like I'm waiting for 6, and here we are. Like
Exactly, and now we're here, and I just feel like you said, I think the music that plays into the game it really places you in the game and have a moment to like live outside of your normal life in a sense.
yeah,
And I feel like in GTA 5 they had like 20, 30 radios of like actual music. I feel like in my personal experience, the only games that have like real life existing music in the game is like sports games.
yeah.
There's not a lot of other games that like
I mean, no, that's not
can
true.
turn it on.
That's not
At least that I play often.
not that you play, but like the Fallout games have like a long
That is
history
true.
of using
That
like
is true.
music.
Well, I'm thinking of like later, like music that is actively coming out in the moment, I should say. But
Sure.
I will give you that 100%. Fallout
Yeah.
is known for like
a
having
lot
that
of and like a lot of RPGs, right? A lot of
Yeah,
like games in that vein have been using music, especially like stuff that's like older, public domain shit. Like, but yeah, no. As far as like shit coming out and being like almost like a music provider, like nothing has ever topped GTA.
yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Because like
So
the other thing is that like you're right, the sports games do it, but I think the sports games, I think most of their soundtracks are ass.
Oh, 2K's this year is terrible.
I think
it won, and it's gotten worse. Sorry, not to go on a rant, but I hate 2K soundtrack this year, and it's so bad. They literally just went for radio hits. It's just not.
Yeah, and it's just I don't think the sports games do anything to it. I think it feels very like I'm not very happy with the way a lot of the sports games have gone in the last few years, especially because like I was a diehard Madden fan, and like Madden, worse than all of them, has gone to shit. Like.
And that's saying a lot because all of them are very bad now.
Right. Yeah. So it's like to me it feels very consumeristic. With GTA 5, it feels like part of the world building, and that's the part I like. So it's all go around and let's pick someone who should be a DJ on a GTA 6 radio station.
You get your own radio station.
Yeah.
What are we spinning on the records?
No, just pick the DJ. Who do you think should be the DJ?
The DJ?
Yeah, and then we'll do music.
Ooh. Because that's the cool thing. You can do literally any genre. I'm not gonna lie. I would be tied to hip hop and R&B, but like I feel like you guys listen to more genres.
Yeah, definitely.
So, like,
but I'm definitely thinking. But like I almost have like a very strong association with, like I know the music itself. I know hip hop is like a sizable fraction, right? But like I have always had a strong association with GTA and hip hop.
Okay.
Right? Like maybe it's because like every other song references GTA. Like right?
Sure.
Maybe it's something like that. I don't know. But it's I've always strongly associated it with hip hop, so like if I'm thinking GTA soundtrack, that's just where my mind's going to go.
Yeah.
But as far as host, fuck, I would love if they gave Open Mike Eagle a radio station.
Open Mike Eagle? Okay.
Open Mike Eagle or like Questlove.
Ooh.
Oh my god, what if Gucci Mane hosted a DJ?
All right. I don't even know what to expect.
So,
man,
the game is supposed to take place in like a
Miami
at least
parallel, right?
at least rumors, yeah, Miami. So I'm thinking Miami artists because they did LA artists for 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I would say Pitbull is gonna have a station.
That's a good one.
I think Denzel Curry could be one.
Yeah,
Good.
Denzel Curry.
And if they're going straight for like memes, they could do Flo Rida. But
I literally was about to say.
I think someone who definitely should be one. He's not from Miami, but he very much he is like just a Miami person, and that is Bad Bunny. Just have him go on and speak that soupy Spanish he talks.
I mean, to be honest, there is
Diplo.
Diplo.
Because Diplo's from Miami, and if they're gonna have an electronic station, so you never know.
Yeah.
EDM and stuff. No, it's true. It's true.
Wow.
And they have multiple radios, so like
that's the thing, right? You're gonna get. Yeah, I don't think everyone is gonna be from Miami, but like, yeah. But yeah, no. I mean, are we doing songs now?
Yeah, do 3 to 5 songs,
Okay.
and it has to be like the point is a newer song.
Okay. So like a song that came out between like GTA 5 and now.
Okay, we can do that.
Okay, so I already
That's
have
10 years.
I know. I already have a few. You gotta have at least one Run the Jewel song on a GTA. Like, how do you not? And it's got to be Close Your Eyes. Could you imagine doing like the Trevor Phillips raid, like the trailer park raid as like that? Run the Jewel Stairs, run the Jewel.
That would be pretty.
I
good.
know because I've done it. It's sick.
Okay.
Jasper beat me to the artist, but I would love Denzel Curry's Automatic.
Okay.
Very like Southern Florida vibes, but like more melodic, like maybe the closer to Melt My Eyes on that album, I'd say. And then the other what?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
And then the other one, I don't know. I'll pass. I'll pass, and if there's a
We'll come back around.
yeah, because I want to say Turnstile, but I feel like I just say that because I like Turnstile a lot this year. Like,
I could see it though for like a rock or
yeah,
a
like
punk
yeah, like could you
station.
imagine
Totally.
like Holiday and like just like.
So
Love
it's
it.
Miami, right? We got Drug Trade, we got Miami Vice. Diet Coke will be a song.
That
Okay.
yeah, Pusha
On
T
this-
should have it.
in this
Should
game.
have a radio station. The best
should.
argument for like not all Miami artists should be Pusha T's radio station. That should 100% be a thing.
Yeah, Diet Coke will be on there.
Yak radio.
I'm expecting at least one song from Man on the Moon 3, just
Yeah.
because
Okay, that
vibes.
would make sense.
Something vibey. I wonder if we'll see the return of Blonded Radio.
Oh,
Yeah,
that'd be
like-
fun.
Honestly, I think it will be. Yeah, I think I'll be back.
And then with that, I could totally see like yeah, I mean, I could really see Turnstile, and I could see some of the newer newer Foo Fighters
Yeah.
could be on there as well.
Oh, another artist that would definitely be on it because I think they were on GTA 5, but I could be wrong. Kavinsky. Anything from Kavinsky's last record would be amazing.
Yeah.
Right? Could you imagine driving in? Now, here's the thing: if it's a Miami parallel, is it just Vice City?
I don't know. I
Right?
don't.
That's like the one.
I think it might be a return to Vice City. Actually,
Yeah.
I'm not entirely.
And like
sure.
I don't hate that, but I did really want a new city because like if there was a GTA 5 and GTA 4 were all returns to new old cities, and I really wanted something new. I've heard rumors that it's gonna be Vice City and then like another map that's like supposed to be Cuba, which
Ooh,
you know,
my goodness.
Buenos dias.
Okay.
I like that a lot, so that'd be sick. But Purvis, what are yours?
I'm gonna have to do Surround Sound by Jid because I just need something with heavy.
You gotta
bass.
have. There's no way.
just give me all the bass.
Yeah.
I'll probably throw in a J. Cole song, probably interlude.
I think it'd be very funny if they had J. Cole be a host of a jazz radio station that plays no hip hop. I think that would be very funny. I think
it would still be amazing.
I think he would have the voice for that.
Absolutely, yes. I do like all that. Honestly, because now you got me thinking about Blinded Radio, but I don't know who I would want on the Blinded Radio. I feel like SZA should make an appearance.
Yeah.
Something from her new album deserves to be on there. Maybe Snooze on Blinded. I think that would be very, very nice. A very smooth ride. Ooh, I'm trying to think. What else do I need to hear?
Do you know what? I'm shocked we've gone so far.
Griselda.
No Bunny the Butcher, no West Side Gun.
Yeah,
no,
say
dude,
Griselda.
John Woo flick, dude.
Every Griselda song I've ever heard.
Every Griselda song. Give Stove God Cook. Stove God Cooks should be a DJ.
His first make his whole album just on the on the game.
That's how it's released.
But honestly, yeah, I think I'm just excited. That's all.
Yeah,
I was
me
very
too. I'm very excited.
the announcement was
Hence why we
out.
talked about this for 10 minutes, but I think it's worth it. And plus, we only talked about music.
That's true.
Yeah.
But, that's it for the news, to be honest.
That's it for the news. Are we jumping straight into our review or deep dive or whatever it is?
Yes.
All right. So, Purvis, run us through.
Yes. So as I mentioned earlier briefly, Mick Jenkins well, I guess I should start. He released an album this year, all the way back in August. I don't believe any of us got around to it till more
Not until
recently.
now, yeah.
Right. I think I started listening to this about a month ago, maybe a month and a half ago. And as soon as I heard it off the first listen, I said I need to go listen to him live when he goes on tour. So fast forward to last week, the tour or on sale, or the concert went on sale, and so we are going to see him in early January. And because of that, I said, why not listen to the most recent album? I
I
think it's
agree.
phenomenal, and here we are.
I agree.
I guess we should all take turns. I'll go last because I feel like I might know him the most. Um, but
I
one
mean,
of you, what's your background with him? I guess, or
I've been listening to Mick Jenkins for like a long time. Like I listened to him when The
Mm.
Waters came out.
oh, okay, bet.
Yeah, so like I go way back. The thing is that like he's one of those artists like a lot like Vince Staples, where I
Mhm.
listen to them, I enjoy them, and I go back to them occasionally, but not as much as just like other artists that I really really like. Right? So
Makes sense.
you know, I would describe it more as like respect and admiration versus like being actually a fan.
Mhm.
But this and so like I've heard The Waters, and I also like one of the first episodes of this show we talked about what was it? It was his last one, Elephant in the Room.
Mhm.
Yeah. We talked about Elephant in the Room, and I loved Elephant in the Room. I thought that one was a little bit more conceptual and had a little bit more to say,
Mhm.
but I think as music I like this one the most.
Okay, for sure. I like that. Jasper, do you have any background listening to him?
Not really a lot listening. I had friends who were really into him in like college. I definitely heard songs in passing, just like while out at like a social event, things like that. But it was
Mhm.
my first time sitting down and listening to one of the albums all the way through.
Okay, for sure. Oh yeah. Well, I guess what are your thoughts going into it then?
It was solid. I mean, the first time through, I was listening pretty keenly, and I didn't necessarily. I wasn't like really super blown away right out of the gate. Like it wasn't anything that I didn't expect, I guess, in that way.
Mhm.
But at the same time, on the second listen through, and I listened to it twice, I found it to be much more of just like kind of like a good chill kind of like back. Oh, not I don't want to say background because there's definitely like thought and craft in the lyricism on this, but it definitely felt like it was adding more to my experience of just like hanging out rather than it was like something that I was really actively engaged in listening to.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Honestly, and I know you were saying like you didn't want to just claim it as background music, but I think it is able to serve both. I think
Yeah.
if you really want to dive into it, it has enough depth in the lyrics and the message behind it where it's like, okay, I can really pull up the lyrics, follow along, and have a deep dive on this. But at the same time, it just sounds sonically so good that like you can play it in the background. It's smooth, it's easy to listen to. A lot of different genre sounds are coming into it, and it's very calming, in my opinion. Um, so honestly, I like that take, and I guess I should say I've listened to this album a lot already. Off my first listen, I did get those chill vibes, just like, oh, this is something I can kick back to, and it's a good time stamp. I think it's like just short of 30 minutes, so it's something nice to just kind of put on and enjoy, like good lyricism.
Yeah.
And so that's what I enjoyed the most out of the album. Was just like, it, I won't say it's no like To Pimp a Butterfly deep, but
No,
like
no, it's not
the
like that.
actual, yeah, the lyric wordplay and how he kind of puts things together and
But
how
it's
he can
deep enough.
make, yeah, it's deep enough.
That
It's like,
that's what it
okay,
is
this is
though.
good. Yeah, and I really
Yeah.
enjoyed it.
Yeah, no,
What was your first listen?
I love this
Yeah.
thing off the jump, but I totally agree because I did like reverse of Jasper. I just kind of let it wash over me, right?
Mm.
Because like we kind of something we talk about a little bit on this show is like almost like a dichotomy between like musicality and like lyricism, but like that doesn't actually exist, right? And that's like something that like frustrates me. Like To Pimp a Butterfly is like the example I go to because like the instrumentation in To Pimp a Butterfly is like on it without Kendrick's lyricism, I still think that's like one of the best albums released in my lifetime. Right? I don't and I think that this kind of plays in a similar lane, right?
Hmm.
Where it is very enjoyable to just let it wash over you. Right? It is like The aesthetic is like a lot more, I would say like almost like formalistic. It's not as like stylistic as like a Griselda album where it feels like you're in a mom movie. This kind of just feels like, I mean, it just feels very hip hop, and I kind of like that about it. But it is very musical. But like for me, always the lyrics are going to be what pulls me, and like this has it from the jump. Like there's just like no,
literally from the jump,
like literally from the jump, like it just pulls me, right?
Mm.
And it's like, I think like there's kind of the art. Like when I talk about the craft, it's like putting these sentences and words together in a way that just sounds good, right? Like you don't need like, yes, meaning is important because like words hold meaning. So if you're not using it, it's always going to hold meaning whether you're intentional with it or not. So be intentional with it. But like they're also sounds, and like just putting it together in a way that just sounds so pleasing and so musical was like where I really think this album shines, right? It is like, yeah, yes. Is it the deepest pool in the world? No. But it hits that balancing act just flawlessly. And I think that's why like this album just like really sticks out for me.
Honestly, yeah, I completely agree with all of that because I feel like what is playing those two things together, like the lyrics and actual sound, is like his different flows. I know the last song is all about like, oh, I'm mopping up these flows, but like he's able to put the words together in so many different flows that like it keeps me entertained throughout the album. It doesn't sound like one single thing. Every song I feel like I get a different piece of his musical ability, and I just love that in my opinion. But yeah. I guess one thing that we can go, is there any highlights or lowlights that you want to start off with? Something that really stuck out to you?
I mean, I don't know. Like, I think I don't really have anything in terms of lowlights. You know, like I think everything here just like hits. And I think it's very succinct, right? It's 11 tracks long. It's less than 30 minutes. Like
Perfect.
It's
perfect.
You know, I actually do think it's I think it's like a bit on the shorter side for me, but like I don't think it gets in the way of this project. This project does not feel underdeveloped. It's just that like I also totally think this project could have gone for 35 minutes and I would have been fine. You know what I mean? So that's my thing. Like I don't think it's like underdeveloped by any stretch. I just think like I definitely felt like there was room for more. I would say that this is a prime example of an album where maybe I'd be interested in the deluxe.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I didn't think about that.
But I do have to say, like, for highlights, easy 2004.
Yeah?
Easy 2004, dude. Easy. And Mop. I thought Mop... Dude,
what a closer.
What a closer.
I loved it.
Dude, this has been like the year of the closing track. Like a lot of... like all the best albums that came out this year, with the exception of the West Side Gun album, like have like just incredible closing tracks. This, High and Holy, Until Further Notice, like just like stellar ends to an album. So like this 100% goes up there.
Yes, I fully agree with all of that, honestly.
Yeah.
My personal highlight, Roji Biv. I did like
Roji Biv.
The setup of that song. The structure of the song is amazing. Vic Mensa's verse
on Farm to Table, amazing.
Man, he went crazy. He covered so many important topics.
I definitely think he's the best feature. I think every feature is good. I think Vic Mensa is definitely my favorite one.
Okay. Honestly, they're all so good.
They're all so good. I was slightly underwhelmed by Jid. I was slightly under. I don't think it's bad by any stretch, right? It's just not. Yeah, it's just not Jid good. You know what I mean? Right? And it's just like
Jid better. It's just
are you saying that in this case Jid not better?
Shut the fuck up, Jasper. You shut the fuck up.
Do not take this word from us.
Yeah, do not take this from us.
You have done that yourself.
This is brandable content. Like
God, we need to copyright that. But yeah, all of those are highlights. I love Guapanese and just like how he talks about
Guapanese is amazing.
Man, I love that. I'm gonna start.
Yeah, but
anyway, Jasper, do you have any highlights that kind of stood out to you?
Man, I mean, 2004 hits. The bass on that, the way it comes in and out is so nice.
So nice, yeah.
I like Pasta.
Pasta's also very good.
I love the intro to Pasta.
Pasta's also very good.
And then Farm to Table hits.
Yeah, Farm to Table hits. I will say, like, it's hard to say, right? It's hard for me to like really say if there's a low light. I think like, because I think this is extremely well crafted as an album, right? I think like in a vacuum, even though I really like it, I think Michelin Star is probably my least favorite song on the album, but I think it functions as an incredible intro to the album. So like, I think it covers its own ass in like a really, really good way. So if I have to talk about like a part of the album I'm less than excited for, it's that one.
I'm in the exact same boat, believe it or not. It's the intro song. It doesn't fully capture me, but it's still pretty good, and it fits. It fits. And the other thing is like, it is like you meant. It's a 27 or 28-minute song or 28-minute album. There's not a lot to cut on here. It's just like it is full. It is so compact and there's so much going on in the album that it keeps you entertained the entire time.
Yeah.
But I mean, because it's such a short album, we essentially just did the track list breakdown. So,
is there anyone we didn't talk about?
I mean, I guess we can talk about the actual other features.
Dude, I gotta say this. I gotta say, I did not see this coming from Mick Jenkins, but he has some stellar nerd bars on this. Oh, yeah. Avatar, never out of my element. If I can, I'm Star Trekking it too. I mean, let's be for real. Y'all can't glow where my hue go.
Oh yeah, that was hard. When I heard that was hard.
That's like a very nerdy bar.
Like Jesus Christ.
I just keep mopping these flows.
Dude, I just keep mopping these flows. It's insane. I love that line so much.
It's so good. Oh, God.
I can't wait to see him live.
Is there? Yeah.
But
so what did we think about 007?
007?
Yeah.
I like 007 a lot.
I thought 007 was also very good. Like, yeah, like I think like I was very worried about like going off that relatively strong string of features. That like, okay, like he kind of front loaded this. How's this gonna hit when it's just Mick Jenkins? And it turns out even better, actually, because I do think honestly even better, because like I think Freddie Gibbs is great on Show and Tell. I actually gotta say, like, at first sequence with like the features, they're all great, but like I think the back half of the album is stronger.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I like the back half one.
Yeah, it's really hard to like even talk about because it's just like it's so good and it's just so succinct. And it feels like the only natural criticism is like it could have been longer, but like,
and how often do you say that?
First off, yes, and also like, and I definitely think no matter what kind of art or entertainment or like storytelling you're doing, it's always better to leave the audience wanting more than overstuffing. Always better, right? Yep. So. Definitely a key winner for that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The man's a genius.
Yeah. Where do you? So Purvis, you're the one who probably listens to him the most. Where do you put this among his discography?
Ooh, that's actually a good question.
Yeah, because I still think like there are songs off of The Elephant in the Room and Waters that I like more. But I think as a whole project,
top to bottom, I think it's the most solid project.
Yeah.
At least the one I've enjoyed the most listening to. But as you said, he has a lot of highs in his career. Scottie Pippen slaps.
Scottie Pippen's incredible. Speed Racer incredible.
Slaps, Carefree slaps. There's so many songs that like I consider classics for me just because like I listen to them a lot. And
No, yeah, 100%. I would say The Waters is a classic project.
Yes, absolutely.
I'll kind of up in the air if it's considered a mixtape or an album nowadays, but like,
yeah, that's true.
It kind of came out in that like acid rap era where like an Owl Pharaoh where like everything was like bespoke beats, which really wasn't what mixtapes were, but they were delivered for free, which was what mixtapes were. Like,
it's close.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me at least, I'll say this: the one that has been like. Going from your first listen to the album and how long you actually listen to it afterwards and how long it's in your rotation, this has definitely served to be the longest in my rotation compared to his other albums.
100%.
I've listened to this a lot.
Yeah, I've
Within the
how many
last
times
few
have you listened to it, Purvis?
A lot, like, more than 10 times.
Oh, okay. Because I'm at like 6, maybe 7, like 6.5
Okay,
ish.
which is saying a lot considering your first listen was days ago.
Monday or
Oh,
Tuesday. Yeah.
yeah,
No,
exactly.
I listened to like because I did not. I don't think I listened to this like once through. Right, like I have Spotify set to like when you get to the end of the playlist or an album or something, it just goes to the beginning again.
Mm-hmm.
Because I hate when it just goes into the algorithm because like sometimes it just kills the vibe. And like when Mop was over, when he was done mopping them flows, and I heard Michelin Star start again, I was just like, all right, like I'm not going anywhere. Like,
But again,
it's like I still got 6 hours before I have to leave this office. Let's go. Like,
yes,
I think that's like the biggest compliment. I don't think there's any album this year I've done that with, where it was just like I listened to it back to back. Because like I did listen to Utopia a ton when it dropped, but it also dropped against Lone Star Luchador, and it was like one.
Yeah, we know Jasper listened to Utopia 1,000 times. So
Shut your mouth.
it's technically it's on in the other room.
Back.
Topaz
Like,
Twins is playing in the other room right now, and it's
What did you call it?
going on 24/7.
Yeah.
Just never.
That's actually, it's funny because that's actually the song that grew on me the most. That I like didn't like at first and then grew on me. Yeah.
Isn't that right after I Know? Like the song I Know.
It's very long.
Look, I Know. I'm sorry. I Know is going.
I Know it's pretty good.
That's the number
very
one.
high.
That's the number one hit off the album so far.
No, it's not. It's
Man.
K-pop.
In terms of plays,
yeah.
it's up there though.
No,
Like right now,
K-pop
it's
is
the
like-
top of Travis's trending.
I know K-pop has like 5 times the views as everything else on the album.
Bad Bunny moment.
Yeah.
Sure, but like that's what it is
And
though.
opening
Like,
single,
Yeah.
leading single.
sure, but like
Actually, it actually surpassed it.
Did
So
it?
did Meltdown. Yeah,
Meltdown.
I just looked at it right now because I wanted to look at if I Know was actually right before
Yeah.
Utopia Twins. K-pop 196. Meltdown has 200, and then I Know has 209 million. So Meltdown and I Know has finally surpassed it.
Interesting.
But anyway, sorry, that's going to.
All right, so yeah, so I guess like the question is like, what do we want to see from Mick Jenkins? Because here's the thing, I think more than like anyone else, besides, no, I can't actually say that. I think more than anyone else, I think I just want Mick Jenkins to just stay the course.
Nothing needs to change.
Yeah,
Literally
just
nothing.
like just maybe don't make the same album twice, but like just put
Right.
just do it again, but like just do this process again, right? Like
Everything
I'm totally
he's
okay
done-
with him playing in like the slightly more underground lane than like I would say like Smino is a contemporary of his,
Mhm.
right? Like I'm totally okay with that. I just think just keep the course. Like I think he's doing very good.
I want to piggyback off that because how he's gone throughout his discography, it's been a perfect pacing, and the story has perfectly developed along with it. I don't want anything to change. You're going the right route.
No,
and
this is just like pitch perfect arc.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think maybe there are artists I'd like to see him work with.
Oh yeah.
Like
Absolutely.
Absol, I think is someone who I think we would work with like really well.
It would just make sense.
Anderson .Paak, I think, is someone who
You even get Saba. I'm pretty sure he's had Saba.
I'm pretty
So,
sure
like,
he's had like Saba and Smino and like all that rotation in, which I would love to see more of that, but I was just trying to think of like uncharted territory.
Yes. I was gonna say Earth Gang, but then I realized that happened already.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely. I want to see him feature with other people at the same level because I realized while reviewing this album throughout the week or going back to this album over and over throughout the week, I realized that like I have my main tier, like you said, you have your main tier of artists that you're a diehard fan for.
Yeah.
It also typically those people are the more successful ones just because they have such a large fan base.
Typically, but not always.
Obviously, that could be judged by many different metrics and opinions. But what I mean in terms of just like popularity, I should say that. I have my first tier of like popular artists that I diehard fans for, but I need a second tier of people. And this is a perfect leader of that. Where I think of him, Kenny Mason, Chris Patrick, um, Saba would be the lead of that as well. But
Yeah.
just like a second tier of people that aren't considered in the mainstream, just so I can.
You know, I think that's very interesting because I think it points to like a very fundamental difference between you and me, and I'm gonna
Mhm.
guess me and Jasper as well, because to me, popularity is a liability. Like when someone's
Okay.
popular, like I feel like more times than not, like they just get like very genericized. I think like Drake is like the best example, right?
Yeah,
That's why
obviously.
I like Utopia so much because I think Travis was heading down that road and then he bobbed and weaved and did it, right?
Mm.
Like, so it, and like, look, there are exceptions. Like, I love The Weeknd and he's like one of the most popular artists in the world. Uh, but like, I do think typically when I think popularity, I think like that's a liability, right? When I hear like, oh, this is a very popular artist, I'm like, then they must not be saying something very deep because it has to resonate with so many people. You know,
Right.
that's just like a
That is
general
perfect.
like communications truism, right? Like in order to get a wide audience, you have to be simple, and most times simple is very hard. So a lot of
Mm.
times, and you can see this with like Marvel movies, you have to be shallow, you know, and because you can't pull off simple. So
Mm.
that's like, to me, it's like when I see, I would 100% put Mick Jenkins over someone who like a Drake who has released music I love so much more. But I think
Mm.
his popularity is a liability. I think it's the thing that has made him worse.
Honestly, I understand the difference between the two. I guess I should say like they both serve their purpose, and I try not to compare them. And I think that's why I'm able to like
And I think
separate them.
that's fair. I think that's
Yeah,
fair to let just be like, hey, I'm not going to compare these two, and that's why they're in different groups.
yeah,
I think that's fair. I
so
just
much different from
I was
me.
just saying this as like an observation because it's something I've been thinking about. It's just like I just think
Mhm.
that's like a fundamental difference.
And that is fair because when you said the simplicity of it, I do enjoy that popular tier because it gives me a familiar sound that like I can
It
relate to with
scratches
other
an
people.
itch.
Talk about it exactly. It's a conversation you can bring up. I can go to anyone and talk about Utopia. I can't go to anyone and talk about the patients, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Which nothing wrong with that, but it's a
yeah.
communal.
But which conversation is going to be better?
I would enjoy both, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yes, but
All
yeah.
right, but yeah. So I think the next thing we do is talk about artists that we want to see him collab with,
Mhm.
or producers. Alchemist, like
Alchemist for
Alchemist,
everything.
like
Like literally
yeah,
everything.
Alchemist.
Um, I can see Kenny Beats.
Kenny
I love
Beats.
want to see that.
Honestly, like hot take, hot take. I would rather see Mick Jenkins on a track that's produced by J. Cole
Hmm.
than featuring J.
In a
Cole.
feature.
Right? Not that I wouldn't be interested in a J. Cole feature because I love J. Cole. I think he's incredible. But I
They
just
both
think
slap.
I think his production style is a touch underrated,
Hmm.
and I think it would work great with Mick.
Yeah, I'm not against that at all. Now you got me think about the producers because, like, the other thing is, one thing that I do enjoy about West Side Gun recent album that he just came out with is just a ton of different producers all
Yeah,
thrown in there. There's Takey, there's DJ Drama, there's Met. Was there Metro? Actually, it may not have been Metro, but just a lot of different people. I think the
yeah.
Alchemist was in there as
The
well.
Alchemist was.
I want to see an artist just be giving a plethora of random different beats and be
It
like,
does.
you know what, do the best you
It
can.
does seem like the best albums either have like one producer on every song,
Mhm.
or like a different producer for every song.
Literally.
There are two
It's like
genders.
Yeah. And then like the farther you go in the middle, the more it's gonna be, you know, and
yeah,
where it's like,
what's going on here?
yeah, it's like okay, 40% of your album is some guy, like
Yeah, I would want to see him do something trap with Metro. I
yeah.
want to see him
I
do
think
something pop with
I
like
think he
Pharrell.
could handle it just because like I'm such a big. I think Metro and him are just so talented.
Mhm.
I don't know if I go there right away. I don't know if I see that as like a super. I think that's just like throwing like two talented artists in a room. You know, I don't see that as like
That it works.
very. I don't see that as very like mixing very well.
You know who
But
I'd
that's
like
just
to
me.
see?
That's just me. What do you want to see?
I want to see what he could do with Dot the Genius.
Ooh, Dot the Genius would be
Yeah.
good. Dot the Genius would be a good
That
pick.
would be spacey. I love it.
Yeah, no, I definitely think I think like a more spacey sound, like I think could work for him. But yeah. Also, we talked about him earlier. I think he would work great with Thundercat.
Oh, yeah, that would be
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That would be fun.
yeah, I think.
The bass would be kicking.
Yeah. So,
But
guys,
yes.
this is just a stellar album.
Yes.
Absolutely going to be coming up at the end of the year. Absolutely, I'm going to go listen to it again. I'm going to go show it to. I'm going to show it to Rachel, and I'm going to be like, listen to this song about mopping floors. I'm going to listen to forever now. Like,
Get used to it. It's never going away. All right, yeah. Should we do a grading then?
Yeah, should we do a grade?
A for me, A plus. I don't
A
care.
plus.
I'm giving
Yeah,
plus.
A plus.
Yeah.
This was great. This was a treat. I loved it.
Jasper, what do you think?
I'm giving it an A.
All right.
Oh yeah,
I like
cool.
that.
Good for you, Mick Jenkins. Probably
Yeah.
going to be the highest rated thing we reviewed this year.
Honestly, yes. Collectively, yes.
Yeah, collectively the highest rated thing we've reviewed this year. Like,
That's come out this year for sure.
yeah, that's come out this year for sure. Yeah, yeah. Besides,
All the closest was Mike.
Dark Side of the
We
Moon.
all did A's.
Dark Side of the Moon was the yeah. We all gave it A pluses. But that one I almost feel like doesn't count. Like, of
It's a
course,
gimme. It's a
That
gimme.
wasn't released this year.
yeah. But
Also, we did the Man on the Moon deep dive.
yeah,
Which,
the Man on the Moon deep. Did we do the deep dive or did we do the tier list thing?
we did both.
I don't think we did the deep dive. I think we're holding on to the deep dive.
One day.
No, we did a full run through and then we did a tier list.
Okay, I remember the tier list for
Yeah, I
sure
think
for your
we did.
birthday.
Yeah, we did both. It was like an
Yeah.
hour and a half of
Yeah.
Man on the Moon worship.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no, Man on the Moon definitely, but that came out this year. This is absolutely the highest release, highest rated
Yeah.
thing we have reviewed, 100%.
Yeah.
I think Utopia and Michael came close, but I think this wins out.
Yes.
Utopia is close, but
Yeah, because I think I gave it Utopia an A minus.
I gave it an A, and then I remember I gave Michael a B plus for
Yeah,
me.
I gave Michael an A minus too. Yeah,
Yeah.
so still not scaring the hose though,
D tier.
dude. Get ready, like
It's gonna come up again.
it's coming up. Like I think it's the best one. Like.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh, I have a hot take. That
All right.
I'll deliver right now. I think in terms of music that actually scares the hose, I think Utopia scares the hose more than scaring the hose.
I agree.
Yeah,
I totally agree.
okay. You know what?
Put on Schizo.
Come on.
100%.
Come on.
Just
100%.
The whole
The middle of
100%.
Schizo,
Every
bro.
woman I've shown scaring the hose to loves it. Like they're like, this is so cool and out there.
That, but also it's like you come to expect like a quirkiness and like a wildness, and it almost feels like in the
Experimental, and
title, it's
avant-garde.
like it's like trying to be that way, as opposed to Utopia just comes off as kind of eerie in
Yeah,
parts.
and like kind of like a bunch of dudes just like ranting in a like a gymnasium.
The way I shoot my shot at all these whores, so they fuck my shoulder up.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. That was good.
I've been having
that.
I've been having rotator cuff something. I don't know what it is, like tightness, whatever. And I remember when I started listening to this album, I was like, "Damn, real,
Yeah.
real."
Oh
He's
my
just like me for real.
Start losing your mind.
All right. So should we
Okay,
do
thank you,
recommendations?
Yes.
All right. I am going to start by recommending 1-3 Pocket by Ishu Tune, who is Hannibal Buress' secret rap career.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Dude. Well, because
Pretty
here's
sure
the
I
thing.
heard that live at Dave Chappelle.
I saw him perform his music at Riot Fest. And like he has one song that I really like, but it's like a meme. It's like a meme song, but it is kind of like pretty good. It's called Knee Brace. Hit it from the back with my knee brace on.
Jesus Christ.
And like that wound up on a playlist I listen to a lot. And like he has another song that's just like a meme. It's not even like Knee Brace is kind of good. I Lift the Weights is the other song. It's just insane. It's not a naturally good song. But then I put this one on, and I was like, wait, this is actually just good. This is like actually just like a good song about bowling. Like,
About bowling?
yeah, it's called 1-3 Pocket. Like, but it goes super hard. Like, I think you would, like, I think if this showed up on your playlist, Purvis, I don't think you would think twice until like the last 30 seconds where he makes it very clear
Like,
he's
wait
talking
a
about
minute.
bowling. Yeah, like I think you would have a wait a minute moment. Like you would just vibe with it at first. He also like performed a song at Riot Fest where he like references like deep West Side lore, like sitting on the bus on the way to the brickyard, like, and it's like
Nice.
it's like
Love it.
he just hasn't released it yet, and I'm like, do it now, like.
You coward.
I actually got the name of it because like Jeff like knew his publicist, and they emailed him after the set and was like, "Do you have any questions?" And I'm like, "Ask him for a set list." And then they did, like, and they just haven't released a song. He also had a song called "I'm the tallest motherfucker at this Mexican party."
Yes, he played that at Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, and I'm only 5'8". Like, I think me and Purvis can both understand being the tallest motherfucker at a Mexican.
Unacceptable.
we have both been there.
Yes, we have.
Purvis,
All
I
right,
just assume has been the one where I'm not. So,
right.
Yeah. All right, so that's my first one. 1-3 Pocket, each you tune.
I'll go next then. I'll do. Brandon already knows because I talked about this during the week. Somehow we were synced without even talking about it. But 2 Chainz, "Mama I Hit a Lick" is a banger, and it will always be a banger.
Classic. That is up there with Beethoven's Fifth.
Okay.
What if in like 1,000 years humanity is like, the perfect songs are Beethoven's Fifth Symphony, After Dark by Mr. Kitty, and Mama I Hit a Lick by 2 Titty Boy Chainz. Like,
the one and only. All right. Jasper, what's your first one?
An album I have a bit of a soft spot for, just out of nostalgia, that not a lot of people like. Jay-Z, Magna Carta, Holy Grail. Fuck with me, you know I got it.
That's a decent song.
The synth intro on that song and the way Rick Ross comes in is top tier.
Yeah, no, I liked that album when it came out, and then I fell off for it. But that song I think holds up. I will defend that specific song.
I fuck with that one, and then I really like Somewhere in America as well, with the piano riff.
Oh, yeah. Like, Somewhere in America is decent. And I also kind of like Magna Carta, Holy Grail, the opening.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like,
God damn you, Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
Did I tell you all the story about Justin Timberlake basically cock teasing everybody at the function when I went to Formula One?
What?
I don't think so.
So I went to Formula One in 2017, and they always have like music after the events on Saturday and Sunday, after qualifying and after the race. Justin Timberlake was the headliner for Saturday night. He shows up, he performs all the NSYNC stuff, or NSYNC, all the yeah,
he was in NSYNC.
Yeah, you're right. It is NSYNC. I saw like something else on my screen, and I thought I read the wrong thing, but yeah, he performs all the NSYNC stuff, and then this is like an international sporting event. People from all over the world are here. They're like motherfuckers from Australia standing next to me. So he plays the opening to Holy Grail. Like he sings it and everything. And I'm like, is he going to like perform the song? Is Jay-Z here? I wouldn't put it past him. It's like all these celebrities and shit here all day. Brad Pitt's here, all this stuff. And then he like, the lights fade down after his like opener. And then he just goes into another song. And I was like, you piece of shit. Why would you do this to me? You hyped me up so hard for something that I'm never going to see live. Yeah. So yeah, that's my first one.
All right, bet. I like that. Brandon?
All right, my next one. I may have recommended this song before, but I don't give a shit. Barely anyone listens to us.
Okay.
Brings me back to a wonderful time because I am doing probably the final move I will in this apartment. Brings me back to a song that came out on the day I moved into here. I heard it for the first time with yours truly, Purvis Funches. with all of my life possessions in the back of my Pontiac. I am recommending "Leave the Door Open" by Silk Sonic.
Yes.
Just an absolute game-changing song. And you know what? I would, if we should go cover that album. I think that is a coverable album.
That's a great album.
It really is. I don't think it made as much of a splash as it should have. Like, I know, like, everyone who listened to it, like I know it's like very well regarded among both critics and fans, but I just feel like it should have been more popular than it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think we've done "Smoking Out the Window" as a song,
Yeah.
but not "Leave the Door Open." Okay, bet. My second song and last song. Once again, I'm on TikTok as I do every night. But a edit came up. There's been like memes all over Twitter. That's just like random NBA player, random artist, and just like an edit, and you will always find it on TikTok. It never fails. But the song "Wait" by Redville came out.
Redville's great.
Yes,
Redville
absolutely.
is, dude, there's like a really decent crop of young artists now, and like Redville is one of the best.
Yep, absolutely. But the song was "Wait," and it is phenomenal. I highly, highly recommend. If you don't know who the artist is, listen to all their music because it's not like it's that much anyway. But it's all good.
Yeah.
Jasper, you want to close this out?
Yeah, my last pick is going to be somebody I saw live this year. Not hip hop, but something I really enjoyed, thought was really cool, and that's Poppy. Song is "I Disagree"
Okay.
from 2020. Super solid, kind of. I think it kind of walks the line between like hardcore and metal a little bit in terms of instrumentation, but female vocalist with a band and just really super solid vocal
I'll have to check
performance.
that out.
Okay.
Yeah, she was really, really good live. I was blown away.
What did you
All
see
right.
live?
That was the show I went to St. Louis for. I saw
Yeah.
Poppy and Paris, which is another band that's in that kind of that space,
Yeah.
like alt rock.
Yeah, it's like an alt metal, alt hardcore kind of thing, right? I would say it's a
Poppy
little
more so. Poppy
Yeah.
more so. Paris is more, I would say, like alt rock, pop punk type
Okay.
thing.
Interesting. I haven't heard much Paris, but I'm pretty familiar with Poppy.
Yeah, her show was just super impressive. 10 out of 10.
I don't doubt it. You know, there's just like a thing where it's just like you listen to something and you're like, "This is great. Don't stop being you." I'm done though. It's like,
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
I was not the target demographic, but
Yeah.
I still was. I was vibing hard.
Yeah.
Everything, the aesthetics, like the stagecraft.
I don't doubt it. She is an eminent artist. Like full respect. It's just like
Yeah.
I'm good. Like I stopped shopping in Hot Topic and when Obama was elected.
Well, what's
Like-
crazy is she's like 30. I think she's like 33 or something.
I
too,
know
which
she's
is
older
wild.
than me.
It's
like,
crazy. She
yeah.
does not look. She looks like she's probably 10 years younger than that. But yeah.
All right, guys. I can smell the
Yeah.
food that's ready for me,
I just ordered something.
dude. Yeah, I have a I have a recipe I make, and Rachel's making it really quick because she's very good.
Okay. good.
All right, guys. Great show. If you're still watching, like and follow.
Like and subscribe.
Whatever.
Don't forget to hit the notification bell. Smash that like button. Share with
Yeah.
all your friends. Put it
Jasper,
on Twitter.
be our social
X,
media guy. Goddamn.
wherever you get your podcast. I can't be the
Dude.
thumbnail guy and the social media guy. That's
Why?
Purvis's
I'm the
job.
everything else guy. Like
Purvis
Purvis
does the
is our-
posts. God damn it.
Purvis
I
is the
needed a
news
post.
hound. Like
I
The
am.
news. Fair enough. Yeah, you're right.
he is our head of journalism and our CEO. Like
How did that happen?
all right, bye.